All right, I hope they pick this phone up because I have got a lot of updates. Bonjour, new moons. I am Josie, the Afro-Latina goddess of witches, and you're aligned with the frequency of the Lua Nova podcast, and this is a very special bonus. I'm going to try to keep this short. You know, anytime I grab the iPhone instead of sitting in front of the podcast mic, that means, look, I need to hurry up and get this out to everybody. I don't have time to start up the laptops, make sure that the levels are right, get my levels right, turn my levels up. You know what that's from? We're friends forever. But I had to get this out to you immediately. I want to start off by thanking all of my newest of the new moons who found my show recently because of my music. So I'm not sure if it's going to be Monday. It might be the Monday after this that I will get to formally introduce myself again to you. You can go back and listen to the Who is Josie the Mustang episode the very first time I went over it. But there's going to be a lot more updates in the second version of that. The second thing that I want to talk about is something that you're going to be hearing about in, I believe, the next 2 to 3 episodes. And it also, of course, turned into a series, just like Ethereal Pop Alchemist turned into a series. I created an ebook. I wrote it myself. There was no AI helping me write. And I know in this day and age, when it comes to ebooks, for whatever reason, people seem to think that if I just ask my AI friend to write it for me, then I can scam people and sell it. Well, I don't know why you'd want to buy that. But as an Aphrodite devotee, I wanted to create something that is especially for the women and for the women that needed a reminder of who they are, because Aphrodite is big on teaching her devotees, remember who you are. Remember the goddess energy that you have within you. Remember the power that women hold. And so the ebook is already available at the time of this recording for pre-sale. It's available on Amazon. And if you email my team directly, then you can request that the PDF be sent to you and you just want to purchase it directly. If you purchase it directly, the PDF is only $5 instead of the $10 that Amazon is charging. Okay. So it's up to you how you want to do it. If you want to email my team, just make sure your email makes sense and that they know what you're talking about. Okay. Because they are going to be reading your email long before it ever gets to me. Okay. And from there, essentially they'll say, okay, here you can Venmo or Cash App. Make sure that, you mention, hey, this is my Venmo or Cash App username. This is what I'm purchasing. I'm purchasing the ebook. And it will get attached via email as a PDF for you. Okay. But if you don't want to go that route and you want to make it easier for yourself, you can just order it through Amazon for $9.99. Now, if you would prefer the audiobook version, that's right. I turned it into an audiobook. It is my first audiobook, so bear with me. I did not put background music because I thought to myself, well, when I'm listening to audiobooks, they don't have background music at all. And I listen to a lot of audiobooks. And the second book that I'll be writing next year, or I'm going to start writing it this year, will likely have music in the background, just a little bit here and there, because that one will be related to manifesting. That's going to be a manifestation book. I already have the outline of what it's going to be about, but we don't need to get into it today. But the name of my ebook and the audiobook is called Aphrodite's Algorithm. It does have the exact same cover, and you can go to goddessoflove.net to order it or to listen to it. Now, you do have to give my distributor a moment because the audio version of it will not be available until May the 8th. Okay. And this was me honoring actually not only Aphrodite, but Santa Muerte, because it was based on a meditation with Santissima that I felt called to work with Aphrodite. Okay. This was something that happened before that. And it's been a vibe ever since. I don't know a better way to word that other than that. My two ladies, they got me together in the best way. And it's like having dual sides, but they're really not that different when you learn about them, you know? And so I think of Santissima as my protector and Aphrodite as my mentor. And so here they are just walking hand in hand with me on each side. They always have my back. They together are so powerful. And so ladies, if you are new to witchcraft or new to working with any sort of energy, I advise you to learn about female deities, which ones call to you, which ones you might relate to. I have mentioned on the show, and it is actually in my book as well, that my ancestry connects to the Orisha Oshun. And so it's not at all surprising to me that I would connect with Aphrodite, you know, because although they are different, they are similar. Okay. They do have a similar, origin story, I should say, and a similar origin in general, but they are not the same. And you do not practice working with both of them the same way. So please keep that in mind. Please keep certain practices in mind that you culturally may not be able to work with. Okay. And also keep in mind that Oshun working with her is not something you just decide to do. Okay. So with Aphrodite, she has very much so an open book policy, I guess. I don't know a better way to word that, where it's not a religion. It's not nothing like that. You all know I am not a part of organized religion. I have no desire to be a part of anybody's religion. So I work with Santissima and Aphrodite as deities and as devotees to both of them, but I do not follow any religion. And nothing that I wrote was based on religion whatsoever. It was just based on my own knowledge of working with deities in general. Because as you all know, I've worked with other deities as well, like Sanhudas. So just to give you an idea. And I revere every single deity I have ever had the pleasure of working with. Working with essentially means that either for a chapter of your life or for your entire life, the entire rest of your life, that deity is a spirit that becomes like a spirit guide to you. Okay. And so that's what I mean by working with. That's what that refers to. And everybody's different. Okay. Everybody's different. And some of you work with Christian-based deities, like I just mentioned, Sanhudas. Some of you are indoctrinated into being able to work with the Orisha, et cetera, et cetera. If you're Mexican, there's many deities that we have within our lineage. If you are Brazilian, just like I am, you understand why I revere Oshun the way that I do. So there you go. There you go. But back to goddess Aphrodite. The reason why I wrote about her first was that when it comes to how people perceive Santa Muerte, it is always negative first. Because unfortunately, most people are ignorant and cheap. They're complete idiots and seem to forget that death is just as important as life. That's something Santa taught me a very long time ago. And I do refer to her as Santa, which means saint, because that is what she is to me. She is a saint. She could never do any wrong in my eyes. Okay. And I timed this the way that it is on purpose. First of all, during Taurus season, you know, I will not get into more of why I timed it the way I did. I don't really want to, but I will say that it was with women in mind. It was with women who forgot who they are, women who need that reminder. It was with Megan the Stallion in mind. It was with my aunt that recently passed away in mind. It was with myself in mind. And honestly, it was even with a little bit of Hoshi in mind, because I thought to myself, my tiny little spirit guide, he would have been so excited for me simply because I'm excited. And I've received a lot of good news lately, a lot. And so I dedicate this to every single person that listens to this show. And instead of critiquing it, you absorb it. Instead of nitpicking it, you take notes, or you just say, you know what, this is for me. This part is for me. This part isn't. And I couldn't say thank you enough. And I know I have a large male audience, so I want to say that I advise you to also get to know Aphrodite and other female deities. Now, you might work with them in a different way if you decide to work with them. Please understand that because you're a man, it is different for you. Okay. I'm not going to get into that today. This is just a short bonus, but I'm going to wrap it up right here by telling you one more time to go to goddessoflove.net In order to learn more, you will start to see the Goddess of Love website right there in the show notes. Okay. And you will again be able to listen to the audio version of the book on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, wherever it is that you listen to music. And the audio version of the album will be, of the book will be out May the 8th. The ebook version will be out May the 5th. So do with that what you will. And I will be talking more in depth about this in the series that is coming up. All right, New Moons. Ciao, ciao. I just realized I didn't say the important part of the ending of the show. I don't think I did. Thank God, the New Moons, for aligning with the frequency of the Lua Nova podcast. And I will talk to you on Monday. So have a safe rest of your weekend. And go and show Megan Thee Stallion some love and let her know that the witches have got her back, because I'm not the only witch that is paying very close attention. There's another very powerful witch that you all may know, you may know because she's very well known. Her name is Magical Lady Duchess, and she does not play. And she has made it very clear that she is not done with clay. So there you go. And thank you also to the goddess Aphrodite and to Santissima for being my ladies that are my most important spirit guides. They are right there at the forefront. And the amount of success that I'm feeling and seeing in my life is because of them. You know, they are pushing me to greatness. And so are you. But I will talk to you next week. Yeah, I'll talk to you on Monday, New Moons. Ciao, ciao.